The captive woman covered the security camera. Then she flipped the table over, unscrewed one of its legs. Outside were heavily armed SWAT officers. She didn't have much time. She quickly mixed some cleaning solution with bleach, then soaked a paper towel in the liquid. Carefully, she stuffed it into the table leg, and then attached a fire extinguisher. Thus, a makeshift rocket launcher was complete. Outside, the commander gave the order to attack. So many agents to catch a woman. Wasn't that a bit much? Her name was Salt. She used to be just an ordinary CIA agent living a quiet life with her husband. Until this day, an old man turned himself in and told Salt a strange story. Years ago, a mysterious Soviet agent had stolen a bunch of babies. He put them through brutal training since young, turning them into loyal assassins. When they grew up, these Russian kids hid across America, lying low for decades. And tomorrow, one of them was going to assassinate the Russian president visiting the US, which would trigger another world war. Salt laughed. An agent assassinating their own president? That was ridiculous. She got up to leave, but the old man dropped a bombshell.
Salt.
Yes.
The name of the Russian agent is Salt. Evelyn Salt.
All Salt's colleagues were stunned, but the lie detector showed the man wasn't lying at all. Salt couldn't defend herself, and she was burning with anxiety, not for herself, but for her husband. Because the moment the old man walked in, he noticed her wedding ring and said something with a chilling meaning.
A husband must be a distraction for a female intelligence officer.
This was clearly a threat. Her husband had to be in danger. But no matter how many times she called, he never picked up. And right then, the chief detective started suspecting Salt and insisted on locking her up. Her boss tried to plead for her, but it was no use. Meanwhile, the old man who framed Salt suddenly pulled out a hidden weapon during transport. He took out the guards and escaped. Hearing alarms blaring all over, Salt couldn't sit still anymore. They had clearly come prepared. She kicked off her heels trying to escape the building, but the windows were sealed, the elevators were cut off, and security systems blocked her at every turn. With no time to think, she built a makeshift rocket launcher, used the thick smoke as cover, smashed the glass, and vanished from sight. She rushed back to her home. Sure enough, her husband was gone. Only the dog sat there staring at her. One look at the signs of a fight, and she knew exactly the people who framed her had taken him. The chief showed up again with backup. Salt didn't have time to explain. She grabbed her gear, took the dog without even putting on shoes, risked her life jumping out the window. She left the dog with the little girl next door. One look at its reluctant eyes, and she knew her quiet life was gone for good. But the pursuers didn't give her time to say goodbye. Outnumbered, she was soon caught up to. Salt knew no amount of explaining would help.
No, I didn't do anything.
After the word, she leapt off the overpass, landed on top of a truck, then waited for a chance to jump onto another tanker. But an agent already had her in his sights. She had no choice but to jump onto a passing car, and finally, she grabbed a motorcycle and escaped. Who actually set up this trap for her? She had no idea. The enemy was in the shadows.